Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the real Cut My Music Wrestling. It's your boy, the Black Patriot, bringing you the illest wrestling content on the net because wrestling is my number one priority and wrestling is my number one passion. Remember to hit that like button, comment, subscribe, do all the good things for me. It's nothing to you, but it helps me out greatly. Today, I want to talk about a state of WWE. It's something that weighs heavily on my heart because, as I said at the beginning of the video, wrestling is my number one passion. So, if you are a fan of wrestling, you are a fan of WWE. Chances are a WWE wrestler is what made you a fan of pro wrestling. For me, it was Hulk Hogan. Something about seeing him on TV with the microphone going. It wasn't even the match. It was just seeing his presence, his charisma, just him cutting promos is what's got me hooked to wrestling. So while WWE is the biggest, the greatest, the best wrestling promotion on earth, so when WWE is bad, it brings down the state of the industry. Yes, if WWE is at the top, the trash trickles down. And you may not believe it, but you could even look at what's going on in AEW currently. I'm telling you, when WWE is bad, the industry is bad. And WWE right now is definitely in the toilet. I'm not going to say it's circling the drain because, as I said in a previous video, I do not think WWE is going anywhere. I do not think it's going to die. I do not think it's going to ever go out of business. I believe there's always going to be a WWE around for people to consume, but the content that they're consuming is utter dog water. You could be it began even as early as last year when Cody Rhodes defeated Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE championship. It was supposed to be a start of a new era. You got to remember, Vince McMahon was out. The Vince regime was out. Triple H and TKO are coming in and they're taking over. So Roman Reigns was the Vince McMahon archetype champion. He's the last great superstar created by WWE, and that was by Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Triple H has brought in Cody Rhodes. He's trying to do that kind of John Cena archetype. And to say that Cody was a lackluster champion would be an understatement. Again, Cody was a boring champion. Was he as boring as Gunther or Damian Priest? No. But was his title reign good? No, it was not. It was not. What match did Cody Rhodes have that you thought was good? What title defense did you think was good? What match did you see that was, oh, it was must-see TV? You just had to see it. It wasn't. He wasn't even defending the title that much. Yes, he did a couple of house shows that nobody care about, that nobody seen, that nobody watched. Why would I care about Cody Rhodes defending his title against a random jobber in Saskatchewan, Canada, in some random show in Detroit? Like, nobody cares about house shows. Cody Rhodes did not defend his title on every pay-per-view. Cody Rhodes was not defending his title on SmackDown or Raw. He was literally the WWE champion for over 365 days, and in over a year title reign, he defended the title like 7 or 8 times. In a year, he literally defended his belt 7 or 8 times. He's had no good feuds with nobody. He cuts no good promos with anybody, and it's strange because Cody can't talk on the mic. He can talk. So what is going on with his promos? I'm going to tell you what's going on with his promos. He is booked to be mid. Cody Rhodes does not book himself. None of these superstars book themselves. And I'm going to tell you right now, I am not mad at any professional wrestler. I'm not mad at anybody that puts on a pair of boots and a pair of trunks and step in the square circle. I am mad. I am furious. I am upset. I am pissed off with Paul Levesque. Triple H, yo. He is terrible. And he is one of my all-time favorite wrestlers. Because I hate to say this, when I was a teenager, I loved Triple H. I thought Stone Cold was my favorite wrestler, but I loved Triple H too. So I'm like, yeah, I do fuck with Austin, but I mess with Triple H too. He was a beast. How can someone that has wrestled Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Undertaker, and Shawn Michaels, he lived through one of the greatest eras of professional wrestling. How is he running this company into the ground? Every single thing that I'm going to discuss in this video can be laid at the feet of Triple H. Hunter Hearst Helmsley is a heck of a wrestler, but he is a terrible booker. He's terrible at head of creative. He is no Vince McMahon. And I wouldn't even go as far as to say he's no Vince McMahon. He's no Eric Bischoff. Like, he is tearing this company apart. And I don't know if it's him. I don't know if it's TKO. I don't know if it's The Rock. Because remember, there's rumors going around that The Rock and Triple H have intentions. Like, at this point in time, The Rock is actually Triple H's boss. While Triple H is the head of the WWE stuff, TKO oversees that. TKO is above WWE because TKO now owns WWE. And The Rock is a board member of TKO. Technically speaking, The Rock is Triple H's boss. And you remember, The Rock went on that podcast and said that interest was down for the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Ticket sales were down, buy rates were down, everything was down. And he literally said they came up with that selling Cody Soul storyline on the fly. On the fly? We're in the midst of WrestleMania season. You have a pay-per-view where John Cena, the biggest babyface you've ever had, turns heel. And he turns heel on Cody Rhodes. And you want to get The Rock involved with this, and you guys are coming up with this on the fly? You did not have this planned out for weeks. So you mean to telling me that Triple H is booking this stuff on the fly? Well, guess what? We can tell. We can tell because the product stinks. It smells like dung. It smells like excrement. I'm saying everything but the S word because this is what the product is. And it can only be blamed on Triple H, yo. I cannot stress this enough. What you see on the TV, he even put it at the end of the program. It says, produced by Paul Levesque and Lee Fittins, whoever that is. I need to figure out who that person is. That is a name that I've never heard in WWE before or never seen in WWE before until him and Triple H started putting their name at the end of the show. Produced by Paul Levesque and Lee Fittins. I need to find out who that guy is because what you guys are producing is utter trash. I will be saying trash a lot in this video and probably garbage and anything else that I could describe the product as being bad. It is stale. Fans don't care. How can you have professional wrestlers coming out, music hit, and you get crickets from the audience? If they don't have a song where the audience can sing, the audience cannot care less. I am seeing some of my favorite wrestlers come out to no pop. Do you remember when the crowd used to go nuts? Man, Austin music would hit haywire. You hear the first chords of rock music, everybody going nuts. You hear the first little of Brock Lesnar music, everybody going nuts. You wrestler music come on down and you get silence. The only person that is over is Jay Uso. LA Knight was over, but for some reason, Triple H is burying this guy. LA Knight should have been in the position that Cody Rhodes was in. When LA Knight fought Roman Reigns for the WWE title, Roman Reigns, your biggest superstar ever, the crowd was firmly behind LA Knight. They had the opportunity to pull the trigger and put the belt on LA Knight, and he would have been a superstar by now. Now, what do we get? Apathy. His music hit, he gets a little something. I knew that was going to happen. I was like, if WWE does not do something with LA Knight, the magic is going to wear off and the crowd is going to eventually not care. What have LA Knight been doing these last 2 weeks, few weeks? Jobbing, jobbing, jobbing. Why is he even in the United States title picture in the first place? The man should be going for the World Heavyweight title or the WWE title. As over as I keep saying Jey Uso is, you cannot objectively tell me that LA Knight is not as good as Jey Uso. Because in my opinion, LA Knight is better. He would have been more over than Jey Uso is now if WWE would have just let him beat Roman. Okay, you didn't want him to go over on Roman. Why would you give Damian Priest the World Heavyweight title? Why would you give Gunther the World Heavyweight title? And that's another point. The man that is pulling the trigger on this is Triple H. Why would you put Damian Priest? If I'm going to sit here and I'm going to tell you that Gunther is one of the most boring champions I've ever seen, then in the same breath, I'm going to tell you so is Damian Priest. I would never, ever want to see Damian Priest or Gunther anywhere near a world title again. They are jobbers and they're boring. You cannot tell me Gunther is selling merch. You cannot tell me that Damian Priest is selling merch. You cannot tell me little kids are telling their parents that I want Gunther t-shirts. Gunther? Like, are you kidding me? Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Triple H put the belt on Gunther. Triple H put the belt on Damian Priest. But LA Knight can't get a title reign? Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Bad booking. Poor, not utilizing the talent that is getting over properly. And that's the other thing. Another reason why people was getting no pop is because when the fans actually decide that they do care about something, Triple H don't do nothing with them. If it's not one of his people that he wants to push or some guys that he liked when he was booking NXT, he's not messing with you. Why has Montez Ford not broken away from Angelo Dawkins and become the single superstar that we know he can be? My man looks good. He talks good. Why? And then he's been in this tag team with Angelo Dawkins. Yes, they just won the WWE tag team titles. But how long has it been since they had a championship? I'm going to tell you. 4 years. They have not been doing nothing in WWE this whole time. The tag division is dead. It's non-existent. Outside of Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, we have what? Pretty Deadly on SmackDown? Who else is on SmackDown? DIY? Motor City Machine Guns? And I cannot name another tag team out of that. So it's only 5 teams on SmackDown. On Raw, we have the New Day. We have the War Raiders. We have the Creed Brothers. We have Judgment Day. Who else do we have? WWE does not care about these tag team titles. They don't care about the division. Why should I? Why would the fans? That's why when people come out, they get no pop. The crowd does not care. Listen, next time you watch a WWE show, if you're not falling asleep, if you can keep your eyes open, listen to the crowd because you're going to hear crickets. You're going to hear silence, bro. It is not the way it used to be. It is not the WWE I grew up with. And it is all Triple H's fault because he has the talent. If I just want to go by talent-wise, ring work, he has some of the best wrestlers of all time at his fingertips, and he is fumbling the bag. but still making money hand over foot. Triple H is thinking corporately. I understand that. He cares about shareholders, stockholders, making money. But your product is trash. And eventually the fans are going to catch on because, hello, we are catching on. It's slow, it's happening. The IWC is buzzing. People are waking up. And I think it's going to take content creators like me and some other people that's going to continue to tell you how bad it is until WWE kicks themselves in the butt and start getting the ball rolling. They have everything they need at their disposal to be putting on banger after banger after banger. This show could be amazing, and I want it to be amazing. I don't want to come on here in every video talking about it sucked. It's trash. I don't want to be all doom and gloom. I want to be happy. I want to look at Raw and be excited. I want to look at SmackDown and be amazed. I want to watch a pay-per-view and be blown away. But currently, that is not what's happening. That is not what you're getting. What you're getting is dog poo. What you're getting is human excrement outside that I stepped my foot in. It's on your TV. You're paying for this. You're paying for Netflix. You're paying for Peacock to watch the premium live events. And matter of fact, let me talk about the premium live events. These shows are glorified Raws and glorified SmackDowns. They're literally the same length, about 3 hours, 4 to 5 matches. Matches that are not great. Matches with no intrigue, no build. These are matches that you could see on Raw and SmackDown. Hell, WrestleMania was a glorified Raw or SmackDown. None of those matches mattered in the grand scheme of anything. But I'm supposed to sit here and I'm supposed to let Triple H cook. Let Papa H cook. Long-term booking. Let him cook. Bruh, get him out of the kitchen. He sucks. The food is terrible. If this was a restaurant and I ordered Raw and it came to my table and the way it was presented this Monday, I would send it back. It's terrible. It's bad. SmackDown was disturbingly bad. Backlash. People are calling it back trash. People have even called it back ass. This is not me saying this. I'm just telling you what I've seen on the internet. If you have your pay-per-view, we already had a bad build to WrestleMania. Then we finally get to WrestleMania and it's bad. Backlash is the backlash from WrestleMania. They're supposed to be continuing some stories that happened in WrestleMania, ending others. It is trash. The only notable match was John Cena versus Randy Orton, and both of these dudes are pushing 50. Why is the new talent not getting over? Why are the young talent not getting over? Why is WWE constantly relying on dudes that should be retired, are retiring soon? Why are we relying on dudes that have one foot in the company, 1 foot out of the company? What happened when Cody Rhodes dropped the belt? You have not seen him. He has not been anywhere since he lost to WrestleMania. What is that? Austin used to come out the next night on Raw and get right in the champion's face and demand a rematch. Like, you lose your title and you just disappear? We have not seen Roman Reigns in weeks. Like, what is this? What is this? Ask yourself the next time you are watching this show and you're about to fall asleep on it, you can't keep your eyes as open. Ask yourself, what am I watching? Stop lying to yourself. Stop glazing everything. Stop acting like you can't criticize something. If you like something, you can criticize it. If it's bad, you can say it. Like, there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, this is not what I thought it was going to be. You gotta stop supporting it. You gotta stop spending your money. Otherwise, Triple H, because he's dumb, he's gonna think everything is good. And you're gonna keep getting out this mediocre BS that they're putting out is actually lower than mediocre, because mediocre is average. Mediocre means it's just okay. It is worse than just okay. It is borderline unwatchable. Nobody can get over. You're gonna tell me that you have to bring Becky Lynch back to try to get Lyra Valkyria over because the way Triple H was booking her, nobody cared about her matches. I like Lyra Valkyria. I hate seeing her come out and nobody pops for her. I hate hearing her music and nobody cares. I like her. I like Roxanne Perez. She is, in the absence of Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez is my favorite female in WWE. How do you think I feel when her music hits, she comes out and nobody cares? She's not booking herself. People don't care because what they're seeing is not compelling. So they're not emotionally invested. That's all it is. Triple H is not booking a show worth watching. I am sorry. It is what it is. Raw, SmackDowns, and their POEs are just bad. The format for POEs are terrible. The amount of POEs we are getting is terrible. Remember, it used to be like once a month, maybe the odd months will have an additional pay per view. So in a year, you might get 12 to 13 pay per views. Bruh, we just had Backlash and we're about to have Saturday Night Main Event. Money in the Bank is coming. Another pay per view is coming. Like, went from getting one pay per view a month to getting multiple pay per views within week spans. How are they building stuff? They're not building anything. They're just jumping around. That's why all the storylines seem dumb. All the storylines don't make sense. It's cookie cutter booking. It's elementary booking. Oh, no, I'm not gonna join your faction. So now you gotta jump me. Like, come on, man. Come on. Get creative. Have a good thought. Let the light bulb go off in your head. Actually sit down and maybe think this thing out, because the garbage that we're getting is getting to the point where it's unacceptable. Yes, I am going to continue to watch it. I have to. I am a content creator. But if I was not watching this stuff to make content for my channel, I would not. I would tune out. At one point, I did. At one point, and this is another thing, like I say, WWE is the top. Where WWE go, the industry goes. I used to watch nothing but AEW because WWE's product was so atrocious that I could not bear it. And now, just like WWE, Tony Khan is booking AEW into oblivion. My AEW review is going to be for another video, but yes, Tony Khan is just as bad as Triple H. AEW is just as bad as WWE. Dynamite is just as bad as Raw. They're equally bad. I don't care about the tribalism. I don't care about the WWE fans against the AEW fans. Both of the products are bad. If you can't get that through your head, then you're just as dumb as Triple H and Tony Khan. You're a mark. But you're worse than a mark, because really we're all marks for this. We love this. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking about it. But you are the worst kind of mark because you're an ignorant mark and you can't see that you're dumb. And I'm going to leave it at that, yo. There's nothing more I can say. WWE needs a rebirth. It needs to be revamped. It needs to be rebooted. It is done. It's like it's knocked. It's Fortnite. It's on its ground. It's on the ground. It's crawling. Someone needs to come and get it up, get its reboot card and bring it back, because WWE in its current state is going to lose fans. They're not going to gain fans. They're going to lose fans. And I'm sick of making these kind of videos. I really am. I want the content to be good. I want to have superstars. I want the fans going nuts. I want to be blown away when I watch a pay-per-view. Instead, I'm sitting there with my arms crossed like, okay. Oh, that was tight. Because I'm not saying the wrestling matches are good. They could be better. They're good. They're okay. They're just slightly above terrible. The rest, and they're phoning it in. Pay attention next time you watch. The wrestlers are phoning it in. Even this Monday night on Raw, Braun Breaker was visibly not hitting CM Punk. visibly. Now, yes, this is not UFC. They're not supposed to be killing each other. But the magic of wrestling is to make us believe you are fighting. He was, at one point, he was hitting himself. I'm like, come on. That's why I said in my previous video, CM Punk and Seth Rollins, two guys that are capable of cutting amazing promos, came out on Raw and cut boring, generic, goofy sounding, nonsensical BS promos. The wrestlers don't care about this product because they know they are giving garbage. They are phoning it in. They are there just for their paychecks. And to be honest, I don't blame them. I blame Triple H. That's it for me, guys. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit your boy up. I'ma be there for you. I will continue to be the voice of the voices. I will continue to bring you dope wrestling content, and I will continue to call both promotions out, and I will be unbiased all the time. I'm gonna give my honest, unbiased opinion because you deserve it. Remember, this is the real wrestling podcast where I always put wrestling first because wrestling is my number one priority. Peace out. Stay safe, guys.